3, 2, 1. Hey, bro, you trying to cop a slice of pizza for $2?
No, I'm good for now, thank you.
That's the wrong approach as to how you can make sales to pitch for fundraisers. Now here's the right approach. Hey, bro, I really like the shirt you got, man. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, this? I got it from Nike.
Oh, for real? What about the shoes, bro? They look clean too.
He's Nike too, yeah.
Oh, for real, man. That whole fit is dope, bro. I can tell you look a really chill person.
Thank you, you too.
I want to ask you though, we're like selling pizza here for $2 a slice, which I know is also sounds a pretty good deal. And I want to add, like the money goes straight to a fundraiser, or not a fundraiser, but it goes straight to like a pet shelter called Lots of Love Pet Rescue. And what this shelter does is specializes in taking dogs from like high risk areas or kill centers, and it essentially like takes those dogs for bad, like something bad would happen to them, put them in the shelter, so loving families and loving people can just adopt them and overall save the dogs' lives. So would you like to buy a slice of pizza to help the cause?
Yeah, sure. How much is it?
It's $2 for a slice of pizza, and we can cut you a deal by giving you 2 slices of pizza for $3.
Sure, I'll get 2 slices.
And that, my friends, is how you can use sales strategies to create better fundraisers. And I believe I'm qualified to talk about this topic because 2 days ago on Wednesday, I was with our other classmates helping to raise money for Lots of Love Pet Rescue. And throughout this whole 3-hour session of us selling pizzas, I learned a lot about how you can make sales to people based off things that aren't just related to aren't just related to the cause you're selling about. So my points here is is taking appearance into account of the seller, how conversationalists make the cause of a fundraiser seem more appealing, and I also wanted to talk about how you create a long-lasting impact from the person who is giving money to the fundraiser based off sales strategies. Now, the first one I wanted to talk about, taking appearance into account, I wanted to talk about how when you use someone's appearance and give them a compliment, it already allows the person who you are talking to already be attached to your conversation without even thinking about yet as to how they can give to, or whether or not there's a fundraiser going on. And with this in mind, the person you're talking to, they're already going to feel obligated to talk to you. So after a couple-minute conversation, you are now in a position to make a sale. And this strategy has been proven over and over again by salesmen because according to Nilu Dorle, a PhD candidate specializing in project management from the Technical University of Cluj-Napoca, writing about the importance of strategies in the sale process, she quoted, "We therefore see that the act of selling, in essence, refers to a relationship of grabbing the other person, a competitive relationship, because ultimately it's a fight that a good salesperson wants to win at any cost. The victory of this fight depends on the adopted strategy." So here, for example, the strategy that I use to kind of use a person's shirt and shoes for appearance, giving a compliment on that is already a driving strategy of being okay, the person's going to have the impression that, okay, I like this person a lot, and let me see what they're talking about next. So with this in mind, you already are in a position to score and get money to help the fundraiser. And this transitions into my second point, which is conversationalists make the cause of a fundraiser seem more appealing. So with this in mind, right, after giving compliments to the person, right, or saying a point that the other person can relate to, you then drive the point of saying, oh, okay, now here's what I want to talk about, and here's what I'm doing out here, and here's how you can support, which in this case is the fundraiser for Lots of Love Pet Rescue and saving money and raising money for them. Now, the points here are we already have the attention as hooked from back on the giving compliments section, but now you need to pinpoint of okay, here's a fundraiser and this is what I'm going to do. And the quote was also supported by Eliana Bay, who's an award-winning author and expert in nonprofit funding, and she said that to make an organization seem donatable, you need to emphasize the good points of what the organization does, or else the person who is donating is less likely to donate. And for example, right, if we want to if people are selling Girl Scout cookies and they want to emphasize the point about what Girl Scouts do, they can say that, oh, Girl Scouts make women more independent, gives them life-lasting skills, and also just creates a sense of community for young girls growing up that other girls wouldn't have if they weren't a part of Girl Scouts, right? So in this example, right, for when I was saying Lots of Love Pet Rescue and what it does, I wanted to kind of get the ethos of the person who I'm talking to and drive that point across as saying that, okay, here's a good cause, most people like dogs, and also most people have a conscience. So with those 3 combinations in mind, I'm able to drive a sale more and have the person donate to the fundraiser more likely than just saying, yo, you just want to cop a slice of pizza for $2, because it not only seems less genuine, but it's also getting more to the point, and it doesn't more people are less attracted to that. So this transitions more to my third point of focusing on having a long-lasting impact even after the donor decides to make a sale. So, for example, I'll come back and volunteer, right? So pretend the person, right, is paying on their phone already and they're ready to give money to the fundraiser. You can then keep on using another sales strategy to talk about to kind of use an approach like this. So about your fit, I wanted to also ask what other type of fits are you into?
I mostly just wear t-shirt and shorts.
Okay, something chill for the summer, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? But I also want to ask you, it's kind of lunchtime right now, so I'm like, if you got like a 2 or 3 slices a piece, I know it's like a little bit more money, but it's more cheap than what you get at the student union, and also being like, it's kind of a good cost. So are you down to like hop like 3 slices of pizza for $6? Sure,
let's just make it 3.
All right. So thank you for that. With that in mind, this is an example of a personal anecdote I had when I was making sales, to where I was still like, while the user was paying, right, or like having like a process of like sending money, because it did take like a couple minutes to, I further on like used another strategy to drive the point across and make it a more personal connection with them, so I can make more sales, or I can also so the person can like the seller more, and then potentially come back to make more, so to make more donations, and in this case buying more of what the fundraiser is selling. With this in mind, kind of having this whole approach of being let me stick to the person's what they look like, right? Or stuff that they seem like they like and I like as well. Having that personal connection starting off, emphasizing the good points about how donating to a good cause is not only is the cause good, but how the person's we can use the person's ethos to kind of emphasize that the point is good, or the cause is good. And also saying that the long-lasting impact, people are more likely to remember somebody that kind of just has a more genuine conversation with them, because it feels like nowadays that kind of stuff isn't really available that often. So kind of driving that point across is okay, here's how I can be genuine with someone, and then here's how they might come back to make more sales for a good cause. So in conclusion, these are the strategies for creating an effective sale. These are the effective sales strategies for a fundraiser, and how it drives along the fact that these sales strategies make a fundraiser more successful. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.